Greetings, 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 and good day, everyone. What's happening today is Monday. It is July 28th, 2025. I mean, life, time, space is just floating. It's just going. And I pray that we are making the best of what is given. What's happening to everybody on Instagram? What's going on to folks that are coming in on YouTube? I'm going to give y'all an opportunity to float on in as the notifications find you and give a few little announcements, so to speak. And let you know what's going on in my world and what I think that you should be, connected to. First of all, how was your weekend? How was your weekend? I want to know. This is what I really want to know. Let's jump into astrology real quick, and then I'll tell y'all about some announcements. I mean, how is Jupiter in Cancer treating you? That's what I really want to know. How is Jupiter in Cancer treating you? And if you don't know what the heck that means, because you're new to my channel or you're just new to astrology and you're like, I don't know how to break that down, lady. Well, Jupiter being all the opportunities and the optimistic feels in Cancer is giving us an opportunity to do just that, feel. Have you been feeling lately? We're going to get into that. I'm going to remind myself of that some kind of way. And if I don't, hopefully Spirit will, because I want to break that thing down. But as people are coming on in, I like to say hello first. What's going on? Tequila or Kia, Latoya. Please forgive me. 726, Monica. What's going on? Rico or Ricio. I appreciate y'all being here. Let me wave to you because I can't stand seeing that little wave signal up there. What's happening? Jennifer Bliss is in the house. Old time homie. What's happening? Angie, sweet Angie. Thank you for that donation last week. I appreciate you. I really, really do. You know that. Saskia's here. Listen, Saskia, thank you for my birthday present. Let me tell you real time in your eyeballs right now. I'm going to post what Saskia gifted me. So sweet. A nice little visual that went with Cody and my song With Me in Mind. She's like, hey, here's a little birthday gift for you. And here's the lowdown, Saskia. I don't do technology like that. I don't know where the little Cookie Monster voice is coming from, but that's from deep in my soul. So the bottom line is I really, really appreciate that video, sweetie, and I'm going to blast it all over. Blast it or blast it? Plaster it and blast it all over social media. Again, thank you, Saskia. How you doing? Kim is in the space to be. What's going down to Carmel? Carmel Kisses? Is that your name, Carmel, or do you have Carmel Kisses? I'm just saying, not flirting, just saying. What's going on to Mac? Truly comes on in on Instagram. I'm so glad y'all here. I have some information to share with y'all. I really, 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 really do. I really, really do. I mean, I don't think, I know. I'm gonna start changing up my vocabulary about trying and thinking, and I may have, no, no, no. When I'm doing it, I'm doing it. You know what I mean? So I believe and I feel in my deepest, deepest part of my soul that Spirit is setting us up for the best times of our lives. I mean, even though it looks really crazy, and I like to take a moment as the Cancer I am bouncing from mood to mood to give the people of Gaza, if y'all can, wherever you are, put your right hand up. I don't care if you're driving, drive with your left hand. I don't care if you're at your workstation. Just put your right hand up, and for 3 seconds, just think of Gaza. Think of the cities and the countries in Africa. Think of the world and send light out. Why your right hand, y'all? Because your right hand is the giver of energy. That portal right there, that chakra right there in your right palm that allows energy to go on out. So send it. Send it to anybody and everybody. But in this moment in time, there's nothing Sonja can personally do about Gaza, and it breaks my freaking heart. It breaks my heart that people are dying all over the continent of Africa. It breaks my heart that people are being disheveled. It breaks my heart. However, at the same time, what keeps me alive, y'all, it's not just astrology and talking to y'all and having some good people around me, but faith and knowing that Spirit God, the universe has a really awesome way of balancing out what we go through. So I'm going to lean on the side of hope and good and faith because, again, that keeps me sane. Otherwise, I'll be walking and swimming to Gaza right now with a rifle on my back trying to kill everybody. And that's not a good look. And I'll probably get eaten up by a bunch of sharks on the way there. So, yeah, send light to the world, y'all, because everyone else needs it, including ourselves, right? Thank y'all for showing up. I appreciate you being here. If this information resonates with you, please hit the like button here on YouTube. And if you're on Instagram, please share this information. I know too many people don't do lives on Instagram, but it's all right. It's a few of us old heads that still like the old way of being. And when I say old, I mean like last year. Squirrel, who fucking changes the rules on these things? That's what I want to know. Oh, it's not cool to do lives on IG any longer. Who is the person that changes these rules and these traditions and gosh damn trends overnight? I'm just saying. That's a little bit of squirrel moment for me. That's all I'm going to say. Okay, so how was your weekend? My weekend was dope. If you missed the Be Elevated Now event, I'm going to let y'all know. First and foremost, Empress Angelique and what she does and how she throws down and the generosity of her heart and involving anybody and everybody that's of good space and good spirit to come and join, to be on this panel, to DJ, what up DJ's Load of Smoke, to speak, to MC what I did and to speak, to facilitate the panel, to do sound vibrations. She got this beautiful, beautiful house on the top of View Park that overlooked all of Los Angeles, a good 200-degree span of view for sure. That's why it's called View Park, I guess. But the bottom line is she put her foot in it, her heart in it, and we had an awesome time yesterday. I don't know the numbers, Empress, if you're on here, but you could please share that with us. It had to be well over 40, close to 50 women there, and we celebrated ourselves. Now, the reason why I'm starting it out with this, and I'm going to give a couple of more announcements, but we're going to segue into this weekly rundown. And by the way, if you're new to my weekly rundowns, we talk about the transit information that's happening in the heavens right now and how they affect us here on the planet. It's all energy, y'all. No real predictions, but energy. How are you going to deal with energy? You have that choice. That's for real. But the real reason why I'm talking about this is because community more than now is so necessary, so very important. And we touched on that in several ways yesterday, but I really want to say get down on it wherever you are. Create this space for people to come together and be themselves. Create the space where people are going to come together and share who they are, share their gifts, share their talents. The thing about it is that the real battle, Sonja is hot today. The real battle that's happening in this world is this feat against separation and togetherness. I know there's a whole bunch of other things. I know there's a sub list of a sub list of a sub list. I get that. I'm smart like that. And I'm very aware. But if you break it down to one subject, I'm serious. Wouldn't you think that it's about separation? If we divide, if we continue to separate and stay with that notion, they won. They defeated us. Because I walk by you on the street and I don't want to say nothing to you. I walk by you dead on the street and I won't help you out. Why? Because I've separated myself from you, from humanity, from the heart. You understand what I mean? Get together with your people, big or small, it don't matter. Please don't do that to yourself. Okay? Please, and very please. On YouTube, it says that it's reconnecting. Let me know if it's unstable. Okay. So I can either come out and come back in, go out and come back in, but just let me know. Keep an eye on Mercury doing her thing. Mercury is retrograde, y'all. How has that been for you? Please talk among yourselves. Or if you want to address me, put a bunch of question marks behind a statement or an exclamation mark so I can see it because a girl is visually challenged. Okay. I appreciate that. So our community came together yesterday at this Be Elevated event. Again, thank you so much, Empress, for that. Also, on August 10th, if you don't know by now, I will have my last residency show at the Del Monte Speakeasy at 7 p.m., 52 Winward Avenue. If you're in the Los Angeles area, please go on my pages, either here on YouTube or on IG, and get your pre-sale ticket. I'm very aware that the last show sold out mainly because of Cody. I'm just real like that. That motherfucker is very, 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 very popular. And I mean, I'm popular too. But at the same time, he sold it out. But I'm just thinking, in case it wasn't Cody, and in case it was, mainly on your girl, you might want to get that pre-sale ticket. You might want to go ahead and do that thing. So click the link. It's $12.34 or 43 cents, one or the other. I mean, get the ticket for you and your friend, and just, invite somebody to come on a Sunday night at 7 p.m. I promise to have you home in bed by 10 o'clock. I won't be there, but you'll be in bed. Okay. And if you are out of state, you can't make it, I'm doing a live stream. So a couple of people here on YouTube for sure. I know the Village is in here. D Stokes may be in here to tell you how that experience was on Stage It. The links are all around. The links are all in my little situations here. And you can always find me, DM me, let me know if you weren't able to get the link. Oh, here's my fan. I'm like, Sonja, I hope you got your fan, girl. All right. So check us out on Stage It and pay what you can. I think the minimum is like $250, something like that. Yeah, something like that. All right, what else is going on? I'm trying to think. It's so much happening. I want y'all to get in contact with Hennessy and Prosecco. Y'all may never have heard me say that before, but my girl Angel, she has a Hennessy and Prosecco gathering on Eventbrite sometimes, but you can also follow her on IG. We'll be gathering together for some community events. I'm trying to think of community events. Let's get it going, y'all. Reach out to your people. Folks need you. And if you're too proud to ask, I'm going to be in your face. I'm just going to be in your face because I don't have time to placate. If you're too proud to ask for love, then it's on you, boo-boo. I mean that. If you're somebody that is alone in this moment in time and you don't want to be, if you're somebody that's looking for friends in a new community and you don't want to be, that's because you're not taking a chance and reaching out to the people and going blindly, solo like to people's events in the city. Hook up with folks. We need one another. All right, get off that soapbox, Sonja. Let's get into what is happening. I know there's something I'm missing. Y'all. But I'll figure it out as I go along. Thank you for your donations. If you want to donate to who I am and what I do, I know I was going to say, I extended my 222 reading special. Yeah. Go tell some people, okay? It was supposed to be over on Thursday, which is the end of July. But as it always happens, folks will DM me and be like, hey, I didn't know you was having a special. And I'm like, yes, you did. You just late. But because I'm a Cancer and it's who I am, I extended it for a week. Get on that special. It's a 90-minute astrological reading special. What do we do? It's a 3-part. The first part, we connect with your ancestors and guides because I have the ability to see them and they have some messages for you. And then the second part, we go into your astrological natal chart based on the time, the date, and the place that you were born. And then thirdly, we spread a 5-card tarot spread to kind of solidify the entire thing, okay? 2222222. Yep, $222. That's for you. It's going to go up $111 within the next 10 days. So go ahead and jump on it. Schedule for the next week. I think it's a good deal. I don't know. I'm really, really weird at giving myself testimonies or whatever, but I've heard they assist people. And what we do is just the tip of the iceberg. I always leave you with homework because I'm that type of teacher and I'm that type of person who wants to show you the way as opposed to have you hooked into 700 packages of what I'm doing and have you spending thousands of dollars when you can do the work on your own. You can do the research on your own. You can do the prayers on your own. You know why? Because we all see. We all have the ability to open up our heart and mind and see and connect to our ancestors and do our own readings. I'm just helping you out a little bit and saying, go on, birdie, fly, birdie, fly. I have somebody to do that for me too. We all need teachers. We all need teachers. So get on that special. It ends on August 7th. The information is below in the description box and also here on IG in my bio. I think that's all of the announcements I had. Any questions, please jump on in. Remember, put a bunch of question marks so I can see it. Retrograde has been crazy. Oh, thank you for bringing me back because that was the thought as I segue into this. Now, the reason why, remember, if you haven't seen my rundowns before, every Mercury retrograde is different, y'all. Every Mercury retrograde is different because it's in a different vibration. It's in a different energy. It's in a different sign. So it's interesting with Mercury being retrograde in Leo. You know why? Because it plagues our ego. If it's not plaguing your ego, it's plaguing somebody else's ego. It's plaguing expectations. Well, this thing is supposed to work. I expected you to be there. I expected you to call me when you were late. I expected you to come over my house because you know I didn't have any money. You know I didn't have any food. Ooh wee. That sounds crunchy coming out my body, coming out my mouth. Goodness gracious, the expectations. And trust, I have a lot of Leo in me, so I'm very, 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 very familiar with those expectations. But when Mercury is going retro in Leo, there's a mishap, miscommunication with these expectations. Expectations are weird anyway. But then when you miscommunicate the expectations, it's like, no, it's you. 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 It's your projections. Come on now. Come on now. Listen, the only way to really, really rectify Mercury retrograde, and I've been saying this to everybody, slow down, clown. As I take my own advice. I didn't even have a lot of tea, y'all, or orange juice for that matter, and I am zooming. Slow down. Specifically when you walk, specifically when you talk, specifically when you're dealing with technology, you know what I mean? And you sending out that email and you thought you said X, Y, and Z. Read it over 1 or 2 times to make sure you said exactly what it is that was on your mind, your intentions behind the thing. You did? Or else your ego would be like, they know what I'm talking about. No, because remember, people are misunderstanding just because. You understand what I mean? So hang on with that Mercury retrograde. It's over on August 11th, the day after my show. And hopefully my show go all right. If you just see me up there with a drummer, then you know what happens. Mercury then came in and took the bass player, took the keyboard player, took the vocalist. It's like, yeah, it's just going to be a tribal set, y'all. Because Mercury done messed it up. Somebody got a question over here. What's up, Angel 101? What are Rob's feelings towards me? We're Leos. Does he want to reach out? First of all, Angel 101, I'm not going to get Yonkers on you, but I don't know who the hell Rob is. And if you're just coming in here trying to be a bugaboo, you need to leave, baby. We ain't got time for all of that. All right. Ask a proper question. And the questions that we ask here is helping somebody else as well. So if I don't know Rob, I know half the people on here don't know Rob. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. All right. Here we go. Let's go on into Monday, all right? I'm so glad y'all are here. I was really excited to see y'all today. What's up, D Stokes? What's going on, mamas? All right, today being Monday, July 28th, the moon is in Virgo, by the way. Are you feeling particular? Are you feeling particular? Let's talk about the two aspects that that moon in Virgo is portending. About to get our little Timberlands out here. Y'all remember the Pasco days? We need Timberlands. Who's from Periscope on here? We need Timberlands. We got to squash somebody. Come on now, don't do that. Come with love and light. Don't disturb the groove. Don't disturb this groove. All I need is to me and you. Okay. The moon in Virgo typically is really, really interesting. If you are a person with the moon in Virgo, or if we are experiencing moon in Virgo for sure, it's a really interesting type of vibration and expression. You know why? Because the moon is about, like I said, expression and feelings and release and emotional reactions to things, right? And Virgo wants to react in a very particular way. And feelings just don't do that. Feelings is moody. Feelings is fluctuating. Feelings goes back and forth and has no defined, or I should say definitive way of being, and Virgo wants that. So if you're the type of person where you're looking for control and or order of some kind and you're not receiving it today, again with Mercury being retrograde, just pause for a second and take your time. The moon in Virgo wants us all to get it right. That's interesting. Now, you may be able to execute in some type of detailed way. Be that mouse, as the indigenous folks say, right? Look in the corners for the details, the fine print. You can do that, okay? But please don't expect everybody else to be that way. That's for sure. And if feelings have to fluctuate because of the details that you find and you uncover, allow them. Otherwise, you're going to pigeonhole yourself. Oh, I hope that makes sense for at least one person. I really, really, really do. That's a big deal. Now, because the moon is in Virgo, it's absolutely conjuncting, which means it's in the same sign as Mars. Interesting, because with that thought that I just gave, execute the details. Be that mouse energy, but be discerning about what it is you find. Be discerning about what it is you organize. Be discerning about what it is you release and connect to. You understand what I'm saying? That moon in Virgo conjuncting with Mars allows us to get things done today. And the feeling of getting things done. However, again, I don't want to trap you. And let me tell you why, because we move into the next aspect of the day, which is absolutely riding simultaneously along that moon conjuncting Mars. The moon is also squaring off Venus. Now, if anybody knows, squares are contrary, right? Squares are challenges, right? Squares are that position, that aspect in which you have to work hard around. So there's a feeling of chaos in some kind of way going against what you're in need of or that you desire to keep things light but accounted for. So stop, breathe, and then get your order. Let me put that out again. Let me put that out again. Here's the deal. Venus is about desire. Venus is about love. Venus is about money, but Venus is in Gemini, y'all. And if anybody knows anything about Gemini, that energy is like, it's splayed, it's compartmentalized. There's a lot of different tabs. There's a lot of different things that are happening for Gemini energy, and Gemini energy loves that. But the moon in Virgo is like, I don't like that. I rebuke that. The moon in Virgo is like, it's way too many parts, and I'm trying to be mouse. I'm trying to be detailed. I'm trying to get the order. I'm trying to take all this chaos that you desire to have thrown around, i.e. your clothes, i.e. your ideas, i.e. conversations and information that you're sharing with people. The moon in Virgo says, yo, let's get some kind of order in this thing. So I'm wondering, does anybody feel that chaos going on right now? Like either within you or around you? Do you feel, here's the question, do you feel the need to get things in order, but you're grasping at straws, so to speak? Well, let me get this one. Let me get this one. Oh, wait, hold on. This is red. Oh, I don't need red. I need blue. Like that kind of feeling this morning. I'm just asking. And if you don't, that's fine. That's fine. Because not everybody is going to feel this. Not everybody is going to be affected or affected. I get those two words mixed up. Anybody else get them words mixed up? I know I do. It's not going to affect everybody the same way because of who you are. Remember, what we come on here to talk about is the transit information. It's the hovering energy that's around us. Now, your personality can define it, absorb it, utilize it, or reject it in whatever way you want to because of who you are and what your walk is. You dig? I hope y'all really understand me. So today, please do your best to walk slow. Please do your best, because all the scattered energy, and how about this? The scattered energy that you may feel and all the things that seem out of place, but you're so harried and hell bent on putting them in order, that scattered energy is going to diffuse itself. It's going to go wash off into the ocean somewhere. You dig what I mean? It will find its home. And if it does not, it'll just fade away. Do what you can today, instead of feeling harried about grasping these straws, and then Mercury retrograde gets you caught up all in your ego because people are not moving fast enough for you. People are not doing their job in the way in which you want them to do their job. You dig what I mean? And then it's a whole clusterfuck. Don't do that to yourself. Don't you do it. Tomorrow, the moon goes in Libra. Things start to get a little, calm, dignified in some kind of way. I like when the moon is in Libra because it reminds us to remember people. Now, Libra energy is not emotional, typically. It's not emotional, right? But Libra energy is fair. And when the moon is in Libra, there's a fairness that comes over us that feels good. Remember, y'all hear my buzzwords? I'm trying to teach y'all. The moon is about feeling. When it's in Libra, it feels good to be even, to be in balance, to be the mediator, to be justice oriented, to be fair, to be with your partners, to lend ideas and information off of one another, to feel realistic. That's a good one. That's a good one. So tomorrow, when the moon is in Libra and all these feelings come up, right, and it is in opposition to Neptune, there's an emotional tie to our partnerships and tending to their needs. But remember to dream for yourself. So when the moon goes into Libra, sometimes, again, we can get so hell-bent about being fair that we leave ourselves out. And I'm saying that in particular because Neptune in Aries, opposition, balancing out 180 degrees away from the moon in Libra, says pay attention to your partner, but at the same time, know what your needs are, your internal needs are, your subconscious needs are, the way in which you need to daydream sometime. I mean, your baby may want some steak and eggs and gosh darn, grits or whatever. So, I mean, prepare it as much as possible because when they come in the house, possibly maybe you're going to have 10 minutes of your own meditation. You understand? Feed yourself and them. That's that message. That's that message. On Tuesday, it continues with the moon in Libra trining up Pluto, going retrograde. We care and we feel the fairness, dissect your need to transform some things about you. We must be realistic. Think and don't emote. Now, the reason why I put this here, okay, Pluto is the planet of power. It's the planet of transformation, of persuasion, of extremes. When the moon is in a right position, in a harmonious position with Pluto going retrograde, I might add, what I'm asking in this moment in time, what the universe is asking, is so many different things, but I'm only choosing one thing to tell y'all. Understand, everything I tell you has many, many subheadings depending on what's going on in your life. And depending on how you take that energy, you dig? I just choose one or two oftentimes because I'd be on here for 5 hours and you don't want to hear that. So the bottom line with the moon in Libra trine and Pluto in Aquarius going retrograde, it's about dissecting the fairness that's coming over you to transform you. The thing about it, the moon in Libra is saying be fair with yourself on what it is you need to transform within you. Pause. Pause. Because oftentimes, especially as I gather all the information as your astrologer, that's my job. And with this Mercury and Leo and this expectations and getting all wrapped up in your ego about communication to other people and to yourself, we may even expect ourselves to do X, Y, and Z. But the moon in Libra looking at Pluto was like, yeah, but we got to change some things. And I can't sit here and cry about the things that I need to change. The moon in Libra says, boo boo, you got to be realistic about that thing. You have to, I mean, this is tomorrow, y'all. If you want to change your health, I mean, boo, I mean, stop crying. You just got to stop eating them goddamn cupcakes at 2 in the morning. Y'all get what I'm saying? Like, for real, that moon in Libra is like, I'm not here to like give you no empathy or no sympathy out that mug. I'm just pulling your collar saying, yo, you partly responsible for this thing. The reason why you can't, the reason why you can't lose the weight, the reason why you can't change who you are. Are y'all feeling me on that? Are y'all feeling me? I mean, some people might be feeling that today as we go into tomorrow, because I'm reading this for tomorrow. So question yourself. And the thing is that if you want to feel like a victim or feel like, well, why do I have to do this again? Why do I have to continue to think about new ways in order to improve? Why I have to think about new ways in order to change and figure this out? And you know why? Because you here on the planet. Stop your sniveling. And listen, I'm a Cancer. I'm very, very sympathetic to people's problems and their woes. And sometimes we have to utilize the energy to go, okay, baby, all right. You feel a certain way about it, but how is it going to change if you're going to continue to complain about some things you know you need to change? It's the real deal. It's realism. Y'all getting me on that? I don't want to beat that horse up. I don't want to beat no horses up. Where did that saying come from? I don't want to beat a dead horse. The horse is dead. All right. On Tuesday, also, the moon in Libra is sextiling the sun because it's in Leo, right? Great collaboration feeds everyone to shine. We cannot do this alone. Be proud of your connections and share. So y'all see the method of my madness. How you doing, everybody coming in on IG? Take a seat. Y'all see the method of my madness? Collaborations. When the moon is in Libra and the community says come together, you know, Pluto being in Aquarius, Aquarius is all about community. But the bottom line is the moon is in Libra and it's hitting up that sun. The sun is saying the only way we can illuminate who we are, the only way we can step inside our core, the only way we can really, really, really absorb and reflect the truest space in us is if we come together again. They are losing. The infamous they are losing because they recognize we are coming together fiercer than ever. And all their babies are brown. Y'all know what I'm talking about. All their babies are brown. We are coming together and we've always been one. Do something tomorrow, y'all, for yourself and for the community in which you're helping another. You're bringing forth a partnership with another. Please and very please do that for yourself. And then tomorrow also, the moon will sextile Mercury retrograde. So revisit some partnerships that need closure and or understanding. Clarity is necessary. So that's a whole nother situation. However, when it comes to collaborating, you got to be clear. When it comes to these collaborations and the communities that we want to come together with, please don't do the placating. Well, okay, I mean, I might. This is the funny thing about it. I'm being facetious. I know that I am. I'm human. But in respect to this subject matter, it's always weird to me when people say, I'm going to try to be at your show. I'm going to try to come to your house for that party. I'm going to do my very, very best. So I guess the real meaning behind that is that, I'm gonna wipe my thing, slip my schedule clear. I'm gonna see what aligns with me. I guess if I'm being understanding, right? That's what that statement means. I really want to be there, and I'm really gonna try. But to be honest with you, there's no such thing. You either coming or you ain't. You already know in your mind when somebody asks you to go somewhere, whether you're gonna go or not. You understand? That's what I say. People do what's important to them. Thank you for saying that. I'm sorry. Jersey mom. Oh, I think I said that right. Hi, Miss Sonja. Right? People do what's important to them. So this is my point, going back to communication and being clear. Even when you're collaborating with folks, even when you have this partnership that's on your mind with this Leo and with this moon in Libra, be clear with people. No, I don't think I'm going to come that day. But when's the next show? I don't think I want to come to your house because honestly, I want to lay in my bed and watch some mindless TV. My body deserves a break. Call it out. Be clear, especially in this Mercury retrograde, y'all, especially as communities are coming together. You understand, clarity is necessary. But based on the little note that I left here, this is especially true about relationships, old relationships coming back into the fold. Anybody been hit up by that boo? That old boo who's getting the itch? They feel like it's summertime and they need to get up in your drawers. Don't do it. Don't do it. Be clear about it. I mean, you can do it if you want to do. You're a grown-ass woman. You're a grown-ass man. I don't care what you do. But the bottom line is, think about it. Be clear about it. Know who you are. Know the consequences and the repercussions. Know the consequences and the repercussions out this motherfucking Bernie Mac. I'm just saying, because you don't want to ride down that road and then get caught in some shit, and then you need another Mercury retrograde in order to clear this thing out. Be good to yourself, peoples. Be good to yourself, and be smart and be clear. All right. Wednesday, that moon stays in Libra. There's no real aspects on that day, to be truthful with you. So continue with the clarity in your partnerships and hooking up and collaborating and being fair. You know, the other reason why I like Libra energy, especially when it's in the moon, it's an energy that is the mediator. It comes in and it really loves win-win situations and will take a loss. So if you find yourself on Wednesday feeling like, well, damn, I got 10, whatever 10 is, right? $10, 10 people, 10 accounts, 10 clients. I got 10, but if I share this with Sonja, if I share this with Nia, then I'm only going to have 5. Damn. The thing about Libra energy doesn't care if it ends up with 5, as long as Nia and Sonja got what they got. Libra energy loves a fair game. Libra energy loves to share in that way, a win-win. So if you find yourself in that Wednesday and you think about me or think about the message that came through, more importantly, don't think about Sonja. Think about the message that came through. Maybe take a beat and say, okay, if I stick with this 5, maybe another 5 will come out of the fact that I shared. Yup, that's the vibration of that thing. All right. Especially with Venus going into Cancer that day until August 25th. Yep. Venus is going to go into the vibration of Cancer on Wednesday. I love it. Love is tender. Love is mature. And love is willing to feel all the feelings. Now pause before I say something else. Feeling all the feelings is not an easy thing for some personality types, especially Gemini, Sagittarius, maybe Libra, definitely Aries, not unless if you're feeling mad and angry and want to, shoot shit up. I'm not putting that all on Aries, but they do have anger problems sometimes. I'm just saying, if you want to feel all the feelings, the anger, the sadness, the joy, the gratitude, because Cancer and Venus says there is benefits from feeling the whole rainbow gamut of the thing. You may not think so. The happy-go-lucky people, the one that just want to keep it afloat and superficial, the one that just want to have that hot girl, that hot guy summer. Fuck all these problems. But the bottom line is Venus says in Cancer, if you feel all the things, you get to the healing. You get to the maturity of your own sense of loving. Girl, you better talk some shit today. I don't even know what I just said, but it felt good coming through. You become mature in your own feelings. When you start closing doors and closing windows on the things that you feel, you understand what I'm saying? You never grow through that. You don't know how it feels. You don't even know how to work that feeling when it comes up to you the next time. You start acting like you're 12 years old. You know why? Because at 55, you never entertained that feeling. Venus and Cancer is no joke. And I must say, I know some people out there think that Cancer energy is wussy-like, emotional-like, hella sensitive. It's definitely sensitive and definitely emotional. But we are the ones that can hold the water, you dig? Cancer energy can go through all the feelings and come out on the other side, where others may be drowning because they don't want to see themselves. Venus and Cancer, listen, take the benefits of this time up until August 25th. Trust me, and ask some questions if you want. You know what I mean? Know what I'm saying? Also, with the Venus and Cancer, make money by being connected to your heart. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Make money by being connected to your heart. Meaning, if I make up my mind to find the artist way, I am safe inside. I make my heart lead the way. When you make your heart lead the way, Venus in Cancer, that's how you make that money. Y'all get that? Do you get that? We're such in a capitalistic society and in the belief of let me think, let me have the plan, let me strategize, let me compete, let me be one up on the next. When the vibration is literally from the heart, because when the heart knows that this is what I'm committed to do, here comes the abundance. Here comes the opportunities. Here comes the people. Here comes your way. Here comes your path. Here comes your destiny, in which spirit and yourself, your higher self, your ancestors have already mapped out for you. Make up your mind to find the artist way. By the way, that little ditty is presented in my show. You can come to the Del Monte Speakeasy on August 10th and hear more. Or you can also live stream it on Stage It. All the information is here on the socials. You dig? So lean into this Venus and Cancer and see how it feels on you. Aries, Libra, Capricorns may have a little trouble with it. May just a little, a little understanding they have to fall into. Why? Because it's kind of it's pliable. That energy. Venus and Cancer is very pliable. And those other signs, Aries, Libra, and Capricorn, want some definite emotions. Emotions are not definite, y'all. Stop playing. Stop playing with yourself and stop playing with yourself and stop trying to control where these emotions are going. We can't control emotions. We can manage them though. Y'all get that? Come on, somebody talk to me. Y'all know the difference between control and manage when it comes to your emotions? Talk to me, talk to yourselves. Come on. Let's get a nice little sermon going on. Thursday, that moon goes into Scorpio. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. If you want to leave your girl some donations, there's my Cash App and PayPal and Venmo and all the stuff here. Please do. But let's talk about this moon going into Scorpio on Thursday. I say, oh shit, because a lot of people are afraid of Scorpios. I'm not. A lot of people are afraid of that energy. I'm not. Again, the emotional ride. But when the Scorpios get a hold of that emotional ride, that emotional roller coaster, the Cancers are like, yeah, let's just play on the shore like the crab that we are. We can go back and forth, deal with it how we deal with it. Scorpio's like, let's take a deep plunge, bitches. Let's go to the deepest part of your emotions. So when the moon is in Scorpio, we are all in alignment with that. I'm just saying. So if you're not a good swimmer, You better put on your little floaty or something. You better get a scuba diving suit or something, because that moon in Scorpio helps us to excavate, helps us to go deep again into our emotional body, into other people's emotional bodies, to see through folks, to have x-ray vision, to see folks' intention versus how they want to show up. You dig? So that the bottom line is, have fun in this excavation. Have fun in this excavation by feeling the safety that you need. Now, we don't necessarily feel safe in our emotions. Again, the Cancer talking. Why? Because we're in a society that doesn't promote it as much. We're learning, we're growing into it, we're evolving, right? So when we get deep in this thing, it feels a little foreign. But there's gems down in that deep black, blue, black part of the sea. There's a lot of gems. The pirates know. I'm just saying, there's gems down there. With that moon in Scorpio trining Venus on Thursday, excavate your feelings to get the truth, y'all. The gems, the treasures. Fear is not accepted in this act of vulnerability. You can't be afraid going down to the deep blue black part of the sea. You cannot, because you'll choke, because you'll drown, you'll swallow some water. You got to be able to hold your breath. You got to be able to look at it from a different perspective and know that you are safe. You know why? Because if you weren't able to deal with the emotional flow that is happening, especially on this day and within this week, if you're not able to deal with it, you wouldn't be given it. I know churches say that all the time. God ain't going to give you nothing you can't handle. It's the absolute truth. How much trust do you have in yourself, though? How much trust do you have in your emotional body? How much trust do you have in you? Did your mother and father not make you feel safe? We all have that kind of doubt on some level or not. But you know what? They're not raising us any longer. You're raising yourself. So you have to gain that trust. You have to regain that trust. You have to know that your emotions are going to bring you exactly where they need to bring you. Emotions are fleeting, yes, but emotions are awesome, awesome catalysts that get you off the boat and onto the train, that get you on a train and onto the plane, that get you off the plane and into the sky. You get what I'm saying? Emotions trigger you to do these things so you can go where you need to go. How do you manage that? Not control it. How do you manage that? All right. Also on Thursday, and I'm trying to get y'all to get this feeling things for show, because Thursday is a gnarly kind of day when it comes to a little confusion and frustration. Let me tell you, the moon in Scorpio is quincunxing Uranus. The moon in Scorpio is quincunxing Saturn. The moon in Scorpio is quincunxing Neptune. In short, irritation can change as discipline is needed for the unseen. Faith, not frustration. You dig? So there's a bunch of changes that could happen on Thursday. And it's calling for you to hold on to your discipline, to grab your crystals, to get some kind of rituals happening, to understand that you got to work a little hard on keeping your sanity at the very freaking least, to hold on to your sanity while the changes are happening. Because why? As the moon quincunxes Neptune, shit's unclear, man. You don't know where you're going. I mean, is it just me? Or how many people feel good about the future but have no idea where the heck you're going? You may not even feel good about it, but you're at least like, okay, I left the past behind, but where's everybody going? I mean, I've said this a couple dozen times, I'm sure, within this year. That's for damn sure, because that is the feeling of this year. It's a 9-year, y'all. Shit is ending. People are going. Things are coming to a halt. You understand what I'm saying? So we can do what? Continue to go in the future, but it's unseen. Because when that 1 year comes tomorrow, when that 1 year comes in 2026, that's a 1 year, y'all. When that 1 year comes, add up the digits. That's how you get the one. When that 1 year comes in 2026, it's time to start anew. But in this moment, as things are ending, as things are fluctuating, as things are breaking down, as people are showing their whole ass, I mean, the whole anus up to the cockstick bone, people are showing their whole situation, right? We have to stay faithful about what the unseen is showing us. So on Thursday, we may get a little emotional bout of that. You may wake up and go, God damn, I have no idea what my life is doing. Just stay the course, cousin. Stay the course. Just keep walking. All right? Please, y'all. Please, y'all, believe in yourselves a little bit more. Because also, too, on Thursday, that moon is going to square up Pluto going retrograde. So there's a little bit of a power struggle, right? So if you don't pay attention, if we don't pay attention to the unseen is taking us where we need to be. We don't have to be frustrated by that. If we don't pay attention to the faith of it all, we all of a sudden feel like we're losing control. We all of a sudden feel like we're losing our power. What power? What power do you have as a human being? I mean, we're smart. You understand what I'm saying? We know how to create a song every now and then, shake a, the tail feather or whatever. We know how to put numbers together. We can buy houses and shit, but we're all out of control. Somebody else is controlling this thing. We on a rock, fucking floating in the goddamn sky. We're not in control of none of that. So we can get a little tripped up on Thursday, not knowing where we're going, but also, again, grasping for straws to try to get our power back. Redefine what that power means for you. What makes you powerful? You can share with each other. Put it in the comments. What makes you powerful? Redefining your own power helps you to relax and to surrender to whatever else is going on. Because that whatever else that's going on ain't got shit to do with you. Are y'all hearing me today? Hello, is this thing on? Hello? Also on Thursday, the sun, I think that's the last aspect. Yep. On Thursday, the sun is in conjunction with Mercury going retrograde. We're in Leo season. Happy solar return to all the Leo seasons, all the Leo people out there. But that sun is going to conjunct Mercury going retrograde. So review how you think, review how you shine, review what's being said about you and what's being said through you. Does that make sense? That's interesting. I got to pause on that for a minute because I feel like I need to get some downloads on that. So Mercury is going retrograde, right? I like that you put that up there, Jersey Mom. My ability to be intentional. That's why you here. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Listen, let me pause on that though, for real though, because the sun, again, is illumination. And being that it's the sun in Leo, we're illuminating through ego. We're illuminating through courage, Leo vibration. You dig? I don't care what sign you are. It don't matter. We are all under the envelope and the canopy of the sun being in a Leo vibration. You dig? So if that sun is in Leo vibration and it's asking us to shine in some kind of way, but it's hitting up against Mercury going retrograde, don't you think we need to review some kind of way how we shining or what we think the shine should be? Ask questions to other people and to ourselves, more importantly. How do I want to shine nowadays? How do I want to show up? What are the things that I said before? Oops, I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have said that thing because it took away from my shine. It diminished my shine. It's quite like what I just said about, oh, you think, or I'm trying to, or I was about to. Be clear about that thing, boo-boo. When you reviewing it, do you want to do it or not? Stand up for you. Do you want to live this life in the way you've been living or not? Do you want to show up for your core the way you've been or not? And when Mercury is involved, it says make the plan. Write it down. Put it in your journal. I do not like the way he just comes over and sits on my couch and does whatever he wants to do. I'm not shining in this situation, and I know he ain't shining. As a matter of fact, next time he ain't coming to my house. Just figure it out. Talk to yourself. I talk to myself because there is no one to talk to. I'm just saying, that's that moon coming up against that. That sun going up against that Mercury retro. Hold on, y'all. I'm a little parched. Damn, water is a miracle. A straight miracle. Thank you, God. Friday, August 1st, the moon stays in Scorpio. Now, I want y'all to get that prior day right. I need y'all to get that right in the way of our power trips and the confusion. Why? Because on Friday, go back to Thursday if you're watching the recording, because it's setting us up for Friday. Friday, the moon is squaring the sun. And that's a gnarly little square. You know why? Because the moon in Scorpio is a fixed sign, which means it's stubborn as hell when it comes to its emotions. And the sun in Leo is a fixed sign, and it's stubborn when it comes to its actions. It's stubborn when it comes to how it wants to parlay its shine in the world, right? So there's a lot of ego tricking and tripping because you feel like you're losing control. Relax and surrender and watch it all come together again and again. There's a lot of ego trips happening. I mean, there is a pattern. Don't y'all just love squirrel? Don't y'all just love how the universe just lays it out? This is a straight like layout. It's not a prediction. We're just talking about energy. How are you going to handle it? Don't you like it just laying on out? As a human being, though, you got to figure that out for yourselves, boo-boo. So on Friday, when people start to ego trip, even yourself, I don't want to do a thing because this didn't happen. I don't want to do a thing because you didn't say. I don't want to do a thing because I can't control the situation. Again, we're not in control of anything. I need y'all to get that. I need us all to get that. It makes for us to sleep better at night, knowing that it's on somebody else. It's on spirit. It's on our ancestors. It's on the universe. Sometimes it's on everybody else but me. And I can go to bed knowing that I did my best. I'm not saying excuses. I'm not saying just walking away from something that's incomplete. Hear what I'm saying. When you've done all that you can, sometimes you just have to give it up. And Friday's that day with that moon squaring up the sun, where we feel like there's a little bit else, there's something else. I know you said, I know I can make this happen. I'm in control of. And Mercury's still in retrograde. I'm just saying, control yourself. Look, and I just said that. The moon on Friday is squaring up Mercury retrograde. Of course it would be, Sonja, because Mercury is in Leo. So if the moon is squaring the sun, which is in Leo, the moon is going to square Mercury, which is in Leo. Watch your tongue. Because if your ego is fighting you, and if your ego is fighting other people, oftentimes with Mercury retrograde getting that square to the moon too, we're going to say some things in which we can't take back. We're going to say some things in which we can't take back. Now, I'm being reminded by Spirit, for those that have children or who are around children, please do yourself a favor and watch your tongue on that day. Because as you know, as a parent or been around any children, you know children record quite instantaneously, and it sticks to their little brains and their little hearts, and they are smarter than smart these days. Their intuition and their intelligence is beyond anything that we've ever experienced. So when you say things out the side of your neck, out of frustration, out of ego, out of expectation, out of this semblance of control, the babies are listening and you're hurting them. Again, you could hurt adults too, but for some reason, it's for somebody that Spirit is putting this in my mind about the babies. Watch what you say to these kids and how you impress upon them your dynamic, your control, your ego, because they're watching. And again, you can't come back for that, because now you're going to be the auntie that told them to shut up. Now you're going to be the uncle that was weird around them and told them to sit on your lap and was playing with them, their hair or whatever. You know, I'm not trying to get sexual, but I'm just trying to say, like, you did some shit, said some shit that didn't rub them right. We have to be particular about that. When we talk about community, Squirrel, we talk about the kids too. We talk about the kids coming together and us being more in tune of what it is that we are saying and how we are teaching and how we are being. There's one or two people on here that say, well, they ain't my goddamn kids. I don't have to be no role model. Yes, you do. Stop playing. Be responsible. Be accountable. Be accountable for your walk. Yes, we are artists. Yes, we are creatives. Yes, we are our own person. Yes, we are learning our things too. No, we shouldn't be hard on ourselves when we're learning our lessons. But when we can manage our emotions, when we can tap we can tap in and recognize that our ego self is getting a little bit too big for its britches and a little bit too big for the spirit that you hold, then there's a little bit of management that needs to happen, y'all. You dig? Be accountable for your walk, wasted years. Come on now. Let's do this thing. On Friday, another situation. Friday's gnarly, y'all. Friday's a little gnarly. And especially that moon in Scorpio. Check it out. On Friday, not the last one, but an important aspect I want to share. Venus is squaring up against Saturn. So there's no desire to work. There's no desire to become disciplined for what you're worthy of or what it is you think is worthy. Do you need to reevaluate your own value? So listen, that can get an ego all up in the bunch too. When you don't feel like you are valued, when you don't feel like you value somebody else's walk and somebody else's thing. Y'all hear what I'm saying? Venus is about value. Venus is about love. Venus is about money. When it squares up against Saturn, that means you're not trying to get the lesson about money. You're not trying to get the lesson about value. You're not trying to get the lesson about passion. All right? You want to stay stuck in what it is you want to control and what your ego is saying. There's value in evolving past what you as a human think you need to be relaying, walking, doing. That's arrogance. That's the definition of arrogance. That you're not valuing other people's walk, not even your own. You feel arrogant to stay stuck in where you are because this is the only thing I know how to deal with. So I'm going to stay right here and stand on this soapbox where everybody else is moving, boo-boo. Everybody else is growing, baby. Everybody else is evolving through the muck, through the bullshit, through the heartache, through the pain. You're not the only one that needs to check your value, yourself, how you love, how you project love. Get to work. Be disciplined about that thing is what Saturn is saying. Give yourself a little time. Tap into your rituals. Pray. Because you're valuable enough to do that. And so are other people. That's the only way we can evolve. You dig? Don't get misconstrued about that moon trine in Jupiter on that day too, though. The moon trine in Jupiter that day is just saying, get to happy, stay in your heart space because Jupiter is in Cancer, the moon in Scorpio. Stay in that heart space. Stay in those fields. You understand? In all the fields of the fields. You get that? In all the fields of the fields. Just stay right there. Because that's where the goodness is. That's where Jupiter says, I have some opportunities for you. If you keep fighting with ego on that day or the day prior, and you don't feel the feelings out like spirits downloaded earlier, right? You don't feel the feelings of this Cancer energy that wants to get up on you, and you're not vulnerable enough. You're not bold enough to tap in. You fighting yourself. Bam, chicka bam, chicka bam, chicka bam, chicka bam, chicka bam, chicka bam. Like, why? Aren't y'all tired? I'm just saying, I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted at times when I'm not listening to my heart, when I'm not making my mind to find the artist's way, when I'm not leading with my heart. You dig? That's what Jupiter and Cancer trine in that moon in Scorpio is saying Friday. Among all this other stuff, just stay in your heart. Just stay in your heart and try not to get confused with Venus trining up Neptune. Oh, Lord, Friday's a day. I'm sorry, Venus squaring Neptune. Venus squaring Neptune. Do I need to say that again? Venus squaring Neptune on Friday. Confused about who you are and what you add to the planet? Stay in your fields, y'all. Stay in your fields. All of them. Feel them out. Ask questions to yourself. Meditate. Cry. Write. Do what you need to do because Venus coming up against Neptune now wants to confuse you about who you are, what your dreams are, what your ancestors are saying. You mean me, God? You mean me, Grandma? I should be doing that? I told you, girl, 1,705 times. Yes, you start that business. You move to Thailand. You have that baby. You do it. You can do it. You can do it. You have to know that you're worthy of it, though, is what's saying, what Venus is saying to Neptune. You got to know your worth in that, or else you're going to get confused. Pray away that thing. Pray away that demon. You better pray away that demon. I'm trying to tell you. And the point is that you can feel a little sorry for yourself on that day. Well, I just don't know how to do it. I mean, nobody's giving me instructions. Nobody's giving me that $5,000 I need to, do my album, my EP. By the way, y'all got $5,000 so I can do my EP. Nobody's giving me this. I may not be worthy. Relax, relax, relax. We don't have the answers all the time. And that's life. We're walking this walk, and information is showing itself as the toe hits the pavement. It's just showing itself as we go. A lot of us don't know. We don't know what we're doing here, y'all. Come on now. You know how to live this life? I'm just saying. I'm just helping with astrology. But do we really know what we're doing here? Hell no. No, we don't. So why get hard on yourself and get confused about the things that you don't see that has value yet? Why feel so sorry for you because the plan hasn't been made, because somebody hasn't paid you, because they didn't show you your worth, because you're looking for validation on the outside of you. Are y'all hearing me? Y'all with me? I hope so. I really, really hope so. By the way, I'm playing August 10th at the Del Monte Speakeasy, 52 Winward Avenue. Come on through. Or if you're out of state, I have a Stage It link, and you can see a live stream. Go on and do that thing. As a matter of fact, too, I want to remind y'all that my reading special for $222, a 90-minute reading special has been extended because a few people is like, oh my God, I didn't know. I want to get on that thing. So I'm graciously extending it to you. Hit me up now because it's going to fill up. It's absolutely going to fill up, and I want you to have that slot for yourself, okay? To get this 90-minute reading that's going to last until August 7th, I believe. That's when I made the date. Sunday, last day. I'm sorry, I skipped Saturday altogether. Saturday, the moon is staying in Scorpio. Good God, we got 3 days with the moon in Scorpio. Y'all ready? Oh, I need to get my tissue. I'm just saying, feel the feels. On Saturday with that moon in Scorpio, this is a good ass type of feel though. With that moon in Scorpio, it's going to sextile Mars. So even though we felt that's a good thing, Spirit, right? Ow, I like that little download that just hit me. So we ego tripped, possibly maybe throughout the week. But then we got in contact with our feelings again. You heard my voice in the back of your head, or you heard Spirit, more importantly, say, feel the feels. Just swim, baby. Just get through it. Just get through it. If we can get through it without hurting people, without hurting ourselves, without being so hard on ourselves on Saturday, that moon in Scorpio is rewarding us as it sextiles Mars. Because it says, now that you felt the feelings, now do something about it. Mars is action. Mars is motivation, determination, sex. Have a nice little making love section. That's so, and listen, do it for your girl. Okay? We can move, we can motivate, we can execute that plan, you dig? When the moon sextiles Mars, all the things, the emotional feelings, they get to work to implement. You know, we give ourselves second chances. We give ourselves a second chance to make good on what we discovered in the deep, dark, black, blue, purple part of that sea. We come up with the gem and we go, oh, snap. This is it. This is the gem that I needed. As I felt all the feels, now I can go. Now I can do that album. Now I can do that album, not with the $5,000, but with a renewed sense of self. You dig? With a renewed sense of pride, and or reconstructing my pride to say, hey, Y'all got $5,000? I was too prideful to ask the other day, but I actually need some help. Not asking y'all. I'm just using the example, right? Y'all got that? Because after all this ego trip, you start to recognize that indeed you were tripping. And now you need to take the real feelings that you have, decipher what you need, what you want, what you value, what's worthy, and then move on that, cupcake. Do y'all get me? Y'all like the way I teach? I'm just saying, I feel good about the ending of it. I know it's a little murky. You don't know that right now. But the thing about the week is that it's a little murky as long as you can keep your ego in check. It could be less murky, right? And then we come out of it like, oh, that makes sense. I get it. I felt that because I had to. Because I had, squirrel, don't y'all feel good after a really good cry? That's a real question. I mean, I know all the chemical stuff happens in the body. When that happens, you get relaxed. Is it serotonin? One of them goddamn chemicals come out and you're like, yeah, this feels like a nice little high. But I mean, do you really feel good? Because on some level, like I was saying yesterday at the Be Elevated Now event, you should go to the next one, follow Empress, and she'll let you know. Like I was saying yesterday, it's worthy. Let me say that again. It's worth falling the fuck out sometimes. It's worth going deep into your feelings and just laying out on the floor. I have no idea what's going on. My ego tried to take me this week, but gosh darn it, I done beat myself up. I can't handle it. So, spirit, I'ma listen to you. I surrender. And then all of a sudden, the miracles happen. Why? Because the human gets the heck out the way. Are y'all getting this? I really hope so. Come on now. That's Saturday. When we get out of our way and we make good on it. We make good on the feelings and the things that we discovered without ego, right? That's when the change takes place, Jersey Mom. On Sunday, thank y'all for talking to me. I like the feedback. I love the feedback. Hi, Crystal. How you doing? Kena's in the place. What's up, Kena? Lauren is here. A good cry. Hi, Nia. I just mentioned your name. You haven't cried in forever. Come on, my Scorpio sister. You gotta cry. That's how we get stronger. Put on a weird ass rom-com or something like that, and just allow yourself to. Is it rom-com? That's how you say it? Romance. Yeah, rom-com. And just let yourself cry. Just get it on in there, right in the heart. All right, let it on out. On Sunday, last day, and then we're gonna go into a card real quick. Thank y'all for hanging out with me. I really do appreciate y'all. I really, really do. I love coming in on here on Monday, especially when I have this kind of energy. It's always weird when you kind of have to push through it. But today is a different day. On Sunday, the moon goes in Sagittarius. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. We can wake up feeling a little bit better, just a little bit, in a way in which Sagittarius lifts the emotional energy and says, I ain't got time to cry. I ain't got time for all that. I'm trying to go on an adventure. Dun, 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 dun. I'm trying to go out there in the world. I'm trying to travel. I'm trying to look at the bigger picture. I know that I've been crying and I know that I've been going through the muck. I know my ego has been a little bent out of place or whatever, but I'm about to do something with it because I'm feeling optimistic. Sag is the most optimistic sign of the zodiac. Did you know? Did you know? Did you know? Did you know? It is because it can see the bigger picture. It likes to explore. It gets the information and the resources and it goes with it. So when we wake up on Sunday feeling like, I gave myself a second chance yesterday and I feel a little bit more optimistic, ride that, baby. Just ride it. And when you ride it, it's going to trine up against Saturn. The moon and Sag is going to trine Saturn. It's going to say, let's get to work. We got the energy, fire sign on fire sign. Moon in Sag, Saturn in Aries. Fire sign on fire sign. Let's utilize that thing. Let's go on a really good hike Sunday morning. Let's build that cabinet that we want to build. Let's execute through our physicality, through disciplines, through hard work. Also, that moon in Sag says, let's trine up Neptune and expand the dream. Boom. So if you've been going through all this ego space, you've been going through all these tears, or with even if you don't cry and that moon in Scorpio takes you down to the bottom part, you're gonna feel something, cousin. Trust and believe. Neptune says, now that we've done all of that, now we can expand. We can evolve our own dreams, our own sights on things. How beautiful is that? Now the human says, I actually can go above 20. I can go to 50. Just giving numbers and measurements, y'all. I thought I was just at 20. I can go to 100. I see it. I see it. I'm connected again. I have the optimism and the wherewithal to follow that through. That moon in Sag also sextiles Pluto going reverse. And now, do I feel my power? Do I feel like Wonder Woman, Superman, whoever you are? Yes, I can. That moon sextiles Pluto going reverse saying, feel your power. Don't settle on nothing. Just reevaluate what that power feels like for you again, and how you're going to persuade yourself to push through anything, to show up and shine. Also, that moon in Sag trines Mercury going retrograde. Well, there you have it, folks, as we end like we began. In a sense, that moon hitting up Mercury retrograde says, now let's think about it a little different. Now, all the things that you said when your ego was getting out of place, you might want to, I'm saying, even though you can't take back words, you might want to at least apologize and acknowledge that thing on Sunday, because your words and Mercury's power will be used for you, because you see a different perspective now. Sag is about perspective. Hi, just Angelique, what's happening? Sag is about perspective, about seeing it in a different type of way. You dig? So when that perspective change comes on Sunday and it's time to move forward and it's hitting up against Mercury retrograde, it's saying, oh, all these things I don't need and can discard. Oh, okay. Let's happily put that to the side because we've changed our perspective and now we know which way to ride. Y'all get that? Don't get me singing another song of mine. So ride this life, this life, this life, come alive. Come on, y'all. August 10th at the Del Monte Speakeasy. Let's pull a card. And if you can't be there, live stream it on stage it. I hope this information helped you in some kind of way. This is the part of our rundown in which we'll pick one card out of the Osho Zen deck. I love this deck. I've been spreading these cards for 25 years, and I am a creature of habit. I'm a Cancer. I just hold on to things. I'm possessive like that. So that's why I haven't gotten a new deck. But let's see what Spirit says for this week, okay? Thank you, God. Thank you, angels. Thank you for that clear transmission for this rundown. I really, really do appreciate it. I so appreciate you and your guidance and your love. Now, show this the people, including myself, what it is we need to see for this week, the vibration that we can hold close to our heart, close to our mind, close to our soul, sweet Spirit. We need you in this moment. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. So grateful for life. Come on now, that's too many. We're just gonna stick with this one. Okay, two. And one card was sticking out like, take me, I want to go too. Do you really? Okay, but we have to go. We got to go see Kamau. Okay, two cards came out. I'm going to read them both. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Y'all ready? The first card. Oh, sort of kind of what I've been saying on some kind of level when it comes to this Mercury retrograde. What y'all think that card is as I look for it? When we're in Mercury retrograde, we should slow down and do what? When we're in Mercury retrograde and this ego shit is coming up, we should slow down and do what? Oh shit, Rabbi Rob, that's my brother. That's my brother. Robbie Rob. Rabbi Rob. Yes, be patient and breathe. I love Rabbi Rob. He knows. We know. They said be patient, y'all. Be patient. There are times when the only thing to do is wait. The seed has been planted, the child is growing in the womb, and the oyster is coating the grain of sand and making it into a pearl. This card reminds us that now is the time when all that's required is to simply be alert, patient, and waiting. The woman pictured here is in just such an attitude, contented with no trace of anxiety. She's simply waiting. Through all the phases of the moon passing overhead, she remains patient, so in tune with the rhythms of the moon that she has almost become one with it. She knows that it is a time to be passive, letting nature take its course. But she's neither sleepy nor indifferent. She knows that it's a time to be ready for something momentous, y'all. It is a time full of mystery, like the hours just before the dawn. It is a time when the only thing to do is to wait. I appreciate you too, to wait. Just be patient. Y'all know the situation. Oh, Rabbi Rob, I love you so much. I'm so glad that you intuited that. That's the first card I pulled. And then this was the card that was screaming, take me, take me. Ooh, another Mercury retrograde thing. So when you can't be patient and you getting a little scared, what you trying to do? Rely on what? Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to find the page. Y'all can try to figure out the riddle as I talk. Rely on what? Maybe rely on the past. When you can't be patient, wait, Kamau, I'm almost done. When you can't be patient, you rely on the past. You postpone things. You dig? The woman in this picture is living in a gray landscape full of unreal cutout clouds. Through the window frame, she can see colors and light and aliveness. And although she would like to move through this frame, as we can see by the rainbow colors appearing in her garment, she can't quite manage to do it. There's still too much what if activity in her mind. Tomorrow never comes, they say. But no matter how often it is said, it seems that most of us tend to forget the truth of it. In fact, the one and only result of postponing things is a dull and depressing feeling of incompletion and stuckness today. The relief and expansiveness you will feel once you put aside all the dithering thoughts that are preventing you from acting now will make you wonder why you ever waited so long. Ashe. Amen. Amin. Aho. These two cards are one and the same in some kind of way, because if you are not patient during this egotistic Mercury retrograde sliding in the past kind of space, then all of a sudden we want to postpone our life. All of a sudden we want to give excuses. This is the energy that they're asking you to tap into and remind yourself of this week. We're all moving forward, okay? We got to be a little patient with ourselves and with others so we don't slide back into old habits in the ways that we were and get frightened because we don't trust ourselves, we don't trust our hearts, we don't trust our feelings. You get that? Come on now. It's time to live in the colors that's given to you. We don't have to wait. You know why? Time is moving way too fast. It's an hour and 22 minutes and 28 seconds on this gosh damn clock, and it's time to go. That's how fast time is moving. So I thank you for listening. I hope to see you next week, every Monday here, 12 p.m. Pacific time on IG, as well as on YouTube. By the way, IG people, my YouTube channel is Sonja Marie's Wordlife Astrology. Thank you, Wasted Years. I appreciate you saying that. Sonja Marie's Wordlife Astrology. Come on over to YouTube and join the fam if you must. What's up, Judy Applegate? Kamau, I'm coming. Hold on. I got to get off of here, y'all. My son is blowing me up. I love y'all. Y'all take care of yourselves and be good, all right? Be good to yourself and walk slow. All right. Adios. Adios.